It's CJ Miller. I'm in my apartment in Shreveport, Louisiana. Across the Red River is beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. Wonderful, wonderful night. It's close to 1:45 in the morning. I have just come in from Waffle House. This is unsweetened coffee with just one cup of creamer in this whole big old huge cup. I did have double hash browns and the hamburger bun with my burger. But yesterday I only had like 10 grams of carbs, and the day before that, even though I wasn't strictly ketogenic, I really was okay with what I did. I'm gonna do this song. That's why I got a little bit of a reverb thing going on here, but I want a little more. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. What is that flashing? I'm still learning. I'm still learning this. Yeah, I'm still learning. There we go. I'm still learning how my equipment works. This is uh, a product called a line amplifier. Let me show you. 1 second. I think I've shown it before, but the same guy I was hanging out with tonight. I'll give you that story in a second. It's pretty cool. And no, what am I doing? That's not that. There we go. The hell. Hang on. Oh wait. You know what I forgot? I could just do this. I was so sorry. There we go. Okay, so I just learned this camera flip thing. I don't really do much editing. That's it. So, and so what do these effects do? I have no idea. But I'm gonna work with this for a second. Hang on. So apparently I have to make various selections. Like, I can't have it all or something. So, who knows? What the hell is that? That's cool. Learn something new every day. Now, what does this do? Turn it on. Nothing. Okay. I don't know. Huh. Anyway. Oh, this is just me experimenting with some of the stuff, but who really cares, right? What I'm going to do is a straight up rhythm song. Greg Ken did this song in, I want to say 1982, 81, 82. But, and it was in response to a lot of high concept albums that were coming out. Pink Floyd was following up with a third high concept album, The Wall, which most of us love, but and then Rush and a few others, and so what Greg Ken wanted to do is he wanted to get back to the simplicity of what rock and roll could be. So he created this song called the Breakup Song, and it's so interesting because it doesn't really have it's got a chorus within the verse, and then there's a minor portion, there's a minor bit of refrain after the fourth, and then another fourth, and then after the second line within the third stanza. But there's not really. It doesn't really follow a traditional, chorus, verse, bridge, maybe another verse, and then back to the chorus or anything like that. It doesn't quite follow the basic schematic. It kind of plays around because it's a song that really doesn't have much of a crescendo. The refrain that I mentioned, there's a couple of refrains. One comes after each line of the verse, and then so it's actually part of the verse, that refrain. But then there's another refrain that comes in between the verses that's kind of repeated twice. In between, and then the closing of the song. And what it's basically, that would be the closest thing to a crescendo that this song has, but it's really based in rhythm, and melody takes kind of a back burner. There is some melody there, but it's not like, there's not those great vocal acrobats or acrobatics or whatever. So it's an interesting song. It's from 1982, Greg Kihn, and it's called The Breakup Song. And here we go. And I will try to do it. I'm going to play for a little bit until I get into it. I think I'm going to slow this one down, because even though this is plugged in and electric, it still sounds very much like an acoustic. Same old song with the melancholy sound. They don't write them like that anymore. No, they just don't write them like that anymore. We've been living together for a million years. Now it feels so strange out in the atmospheres. And then the band plays a song that I used to know. And I'm looking at the bodies as they're dancing so slow. They don't write them like that anymore. They just don't write them like that anymore. And I'm sitting here looking at an empty glass. See, it's so easy to say that you forget your past. They don't write them like that anymore. They just don't write them like that anymore. No, no. But anyway, that's my version of that song. Actually, the original Greg Kihn song is awesome, you know. And yeah, he was mainly into some prominence in the 70s, late 70s, coming into 80s, and he kind of brought about. Um, he was in that era of guitar rock, not necessarily heavy metal, but just guitar based rock. That Pretenders, of course, led by Chrissy Hines, and you know, even there was a band Scandal, and they with Patti Smythe as the female singer of that one, but they were kind of um, moving away from keyboard and moving into heavier guitar based sound, So what else? But some of the guys, Rick Springfield comes to mind. Uh, we think of him now and it's like, okay, well, he had his moment, but he was a very important part of early 80s guitar based rock that there was American rock. It had not crossed over into new wave in a field where everything was California new wave, even influencing the British acts coming over that were doing more new wave, and then they kind of branched off into a romantic era of sort of uh, cultivating the songs that would be played and for soundtracks of the John Hughes movies and stuff. If you remember, if you're like me and you lived through the 80s, born in the 70s, lived through the 80s. The 80s were awesome, by the way. And so, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so Rick Springfield was very important part of that. Who else? We forget about Billy Squier, soloist, and everything. Yeah, they were great, and so, but I'm gonna do. This is a country song. I've done videos before, but just because I feel like it. The coffee's all gone, my eyes burn like fire. It's way past the hour when most folks retire. You said you'd call me, but you haven't yet, and I'm down to my last cigarette. I'm down to my last cigarette. I know what made you forget. You're still out there somewhere with someone you met, and I'm down to my last cigarette. I would go get more, but you got my car and you're gone. When it's turned 2 hours, soon it will be dawn. The longer I wait for you, the more I get upset, and I'm down to my last cigarette. I'm down to my last cigarette. You're down to the last chance you'll get. On top of all my pain and regret, I'm down to my last cigarette. I I really have no idea how to end a song. Um, and yeah, but this is what I do. I just like have a little fun at home with my instruments, and I've got an electric drum kit that I need to bring out and set up somewhere. But in this room, I'm kind of I'm saturated, almost to that oversaturate. I'm gonna have to move some things out of that corner in a couple of months for the holidays to put a tree up or something. But other than that, I'm okay. I just maybe I think I've got like one piece of furniture that I can part with. It's actually a high back wing chair that I actually found in Highland on the road. It's actually in the guest room. I think if I take that chair and give it away, and I think I think I know where it's going, then I actually can set the drum kit up in there. And then that way, if a couple of people were over and we were hanging out, we're going to pick up some guitars, we could just kind of like gather around in there. There's I could, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Uh, there's a little desk. I could put a smaller chair up at that desk. Uh, or I've got this one of the stools. I've got 3 stools at the counter and one on the other side of the counter in the kitchen. But as people are coming through, at the one position of the stool, there's one little stool at the counter that unless you're just watching, you're gonna bump into, and so basically that one area is just a little bit too crowded. So I think if I gave that wingback chair away and then took one of the stools and used that at the small desk in the guest room, then that would leave room for me to set up a drum kit, because I never really go into that guest closet unless it's time to bring a tree out or something for the holidays or whatever. So, and the tree that's in there is nice, but I think I want to get like a different tree this year. So basically I need to take the tree out to take all the lights off of the tree and save those lights so I could add them to the tree that I get next year. But it's a little too early to be thinking about holidays, but it's where my mind goes. But you guys remember that movie Dirty Dancing? And there's a song in there where Jennifer Grey's character Baby is in the cabin with Johnny Castle, and it's right around the time that I don't know. It's one of those times when they're in there where they're not supposed to be. I will tell you, that movie. We still today. It's like, okay, he's like a grown-up dance instructor, and she is a high school student, maybe a senior or something like that, or maybe just whatever. But she's yes, yeah, maybe it's a questionable age there, but we just kind of like in the romance of it, kind of like shrug it off. But that really happened, like age differences weren't that big of a deal. And this is not a story of something that's predatory or something like that. And I guess she was probably in the Catskill Mountains or whatever. I don't know what the age limit was in the 50s, but I have older family members that did get married in their teens. That was not an uncommon or unheard of thing or whatever. But today, it's like, I think it's because more opportunities are open up towards young people, especially younger women, that it would be hard to take advantage of the opportunities if they marry off at 15, 16, 17 years old, even to and it's, you understand, people used to have, this was like before contraception. So some of these people were from families of like a lot of siblings, and so by the time they got up to that age, the parents, that were raising them up to that point, they were just exhausted, right? Like, oh my God, take them, whatever. You want her, she wants you, go, whatever. So there's probably a lot of that, especially in more poverty ridden areas. But this was not the case. These were vacationers in the Catskill Mountains, affluence, and so yeah, I don't know, but nobody puts baby in the corner. But this is a song called "Cry to Me" that was put out by Solomon Burke, and my version is very different because I really can only play some chords. I don't really do a lot of arpeggios. I haven't really picked that up yet, and I don't know a lot of scales. It's more or less just the lack of getting together with people to play, but I do like this song anyway. When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on the phone, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. When you're all alone in your lonely room, and there's nothing but the smell of her perfume, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. Oh, nothing can be sadder than a glass of wine alone. Loneliness is such a waste of your time. Oh yeah, you don't ever have to walk alone. Easy, come on, take my hand, baby, walk with me. Oh yeah, when you're waiting for a voice to come in the night, but there's no one, don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry. Okay, so I don't know what prompted this mini little performance tonight. I think I'm killing time because I got to do like a little bit of getting ready, because in a couple of hours we're gonna have like pest control come in this morning, and I like to do a little tidying up, a little bit. I like to really have it looking good when they come in. So I'm just kind of like killing some time. But what do I have? Do I have like? Oh, yeah, I'll do this one. This was a Warren Zevon song, and a lot of his work got popularized not so much for what he was putting out for himself, but he was, he wasn't like the best performer, but a lot of people did covers of his work, including Linda Ronstadt, and Dwight Yoakam also covered this song too, a bunch of people. But the song's called Carmelita, and Typically, it's done in key of C, but I do it in G because basically it better suits my vocal range. I do a lot of stuff in G. But then we get to a C. No, my guitar is not in tune. I decided not to tune it with an electric tuner before I started playing because I wanted the warble of it being slightly out of tune, because I wanted that real folky, bluesy kind of, street busker vibe, I hear mariachi static on my radio. The tubes, they glow in the dark, and I'm there with you in Ensenada. I'm here in Echo Park. Carmelita, hold me tighter. I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. I'm sitting here playing solitaire with my pearl handled deck. The county won't give me no more methadone, and they cut off my welfare check. Carmelita, hold me tighter. I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Well, I pawned my Smith & Wesson, and I went to meet a man who hangs out down in Alvarado Street at the Pioneer Chicken Stand. Carmelita, hold me tighter. I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Coffee. I hope you guys are having a fun night or a fun day if you're watching this in the daytime, whatever you're doing. I hope that your life is going all right, we all know that every day brings an array of events. Sometimes you get into this rut where it feels like just the same damn thing every day, the same damn thing every year, same thing over and over and over again. But usually that's an easy thing to do. Uh, if you're in a rut, all you've got to do is get up and do something different. That's all you got to do. Got it. You know, sometimes that's an exercise. Sometimes you got to pull this over my little thing. My hair's not fixed, and I'm not doing like, uh, I'm not, I'm totally not going to subject you to my uh, whacked out hair. So that's why I'm the bandana. Plus, I wore it to the gym, and I've just been wearing it ever since. Um, but yeah, if you find yourself in a rut, um, if you have to make yourself do something different, just make sure that it's a difference that's good for you, you know. But yeah, get out and do something different. If you find yourself in that rut and you're feeling bored and depressed about it, just do something different. Take a chance. Do something. Put yourself out there a little bit. Um, you know, and you know, if you're in a place where you don't want to make yourself vulnerable because you don't want to get hurt. If you're in that rut, you're already hurting. So do something. You know. Uh, you know. And I don't know. Risk of injury is a part of living. None of us can avoid hurt feelings, but boy, do we deprive ourselves of some really awesome good things if we just you know, just don't participate in life. You know, we really miss out on a lot, you know. I don't do this song very well either, but I do like it. I thumb my way from LA back to Knoxville. I found out those bright lights, they ain't where I belong. From a phone booth in the rain, I called to tell her I've had a change of dreams and I'm coming home. The tears filled my eyes when I found out she was gone. Smoky Mountain rain keeps on calling. I keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I'll keep on searching. Can't go on hurting this way. Well, she's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain. I thumbed the diesel down outside the cafe. He said he could take me as far as Gatlinburg. So I climbed up in the rig, all cold and wet and lonely. I wiped my eyes and I told him about her. I've got to find her. Can you make these big wheels burn? Smoky Mountain rain keeps on calling. I keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I'll keep on searching. Can't go on hurting it takes. Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling. Keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I'll keep on searching. Can't go on hurting this way. She's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain. I don't know, man. You know what? Before my video cuts me off, because I've been going for like over half an hour, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. I'm going to wish you all love and light. Peace. Good night.